Just before we enter into the video, guys, I just wanted to say that as much as I might give you tips, you need to remember that you might be tired some days, but you're going to have to do it tired, do it sad, do it happy, sacrifice, do it in the night, do it in the morning. Just do it so that you can be proud. And just know that work hard always ends you up in places like this.
Brings with it.
30 hertz straight up.
Hey brownies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy Brown and welcome to the Brown is the most beautiful and the most bright side of YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Without wasting your time and without wasting my time, let's get straight into the video. Anyway, so the very first method that I used in order to improve how I study, or basically to study effectively, was identifying my study style. Basically, your study style is what you use in order for you to understand and remember the content that you are studying, right? So there are four study styles that I learned in school. I know that there are a million of them out there, but then I know that there are four that are identifiable and that I see that happening in most people, right? Is your visual, auditory, reading or writing, and kinesthetic, right? The VARC model, something like that. I have a link in the description box that explains it even further so that you can understand more about it. So basically, I am a visual learner, I am an auditory learner, I also learn through reading and writing. So basically, when I see images it's basically for different subjects. When I see images for specific subjects, for example tourism, right? Let me show you guys. So for tourism, we learn about attractions and whatsoever. So we were learning about world icons, and I basically took images of the icons and whatsoever. Then I wrote little notes around them. So it's the attraction. Basically, from just looking at this image, I know that this is the Berlin Wall, right? And then I wrote the explanation of what the Berlin Wall is about and whatsoever. And to even show that I'm also a reading or writing learner. With reading or writing, you need to write down what you understand. You read the content, then you write down what you understand. So what I wrote down is what I understand, right? What I understand from what I was reading, like the notes that we were given based on this specific world icon. And yeah, auditory learners, auditory is basically the part where I'm able to listen to a teacher and I can just simply understand what the teacher is saying from listening, and then this happens after I've listened to the teacher. So that's the kind of learner I am, right? So I think I've explained visual, auditory, and reading or writing. Kinesthetic is basically a learner who learns through practical work, right? For instance, if you guys are learning about a recipe, right, you would prefer, or you would rather know the recipe better if you have done it before, right? That's the best way you learn through practical work. You have to physically do the stuff in order for you to understand and remember the work that you're doing. Okay, on to the next. So basically, another thing that I also saw is important in order for you to study effectively is consistency. Consistency is really important in every single aspect of your life. You need to be consistent with all the things that you do. So most people will ask me, how do you stay consistent, right? Firstly, you need to know the goal. What is your goal? That's the first step for you to be consistent. You need to know the goal. You need to set a goal, right? Your goals need to be smart, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time related. If you guys want a video where I explain how to set goals that are smart goals, right, you guys can comment down below and tell me if you guys specifically want a video about that, right? So you need to achieve a goal. For instance, let's say I am in matric right now, right? I'm in matric, and then I say I want to achieve 5 distinctions, right? So I need to want it in my heart. That's the first step. You need to want it in your heart, transfer it in from your heart to your brain, then actually start working. That's when the consistency happens. It has to start from your heart. You need to desire it with all your fiber, being, and whatsoever, right? And for me, because I'm Christian, it has to be from my heart. Then I pray about it, then it moves. Then I start a plan. From there I put it into action, right? So the first step, like I said, is to ensure that you have a goal that you have in mind. Like I said, 5 distinctions, and then you need to create a plan of how to achieve the goal. Once you have a plan, a schedule, timetable, whatsoever, in order for you to achieve the goal that is like related to you studying effectively, you then practice consistency. And then another thing is ensure that you have study resources. Like, for you to study effectively, you need to have study resources. And if you're in South Africa and you're in grade 12 or just in South Africa, I will link down in the description box the resources that I use specifically for the subjects that I do, what resources I'm using. And I do business studies, accounting, business studies, accounting, mathematics, pure maths, tourism. I did mention tourism, and obviously the compulsory subjects, LO, English, Afrikaans, and yeah, that's it. I will basically link down in the description box the tools that I'm using in order to study. You have access to study guides, you have access to YouTube videos and whatsoever. If you do not have the means, I mean, if you're watching this YouTube video, I'm pretty sure you can watch another YouTube video, right? And you can also use that data to download things that are study related, right? The importance of having study resources is that as much as a teacher can stand in front of you and teach, it's not enough. It's really not enough. It's 45 minutes and pretty much you seeing that teacher like 4 times a week, which is not enough. So you also need to have your own. I mean, that's why we study in the first place. You have to go at home and go through the stuff at home by yourself. And textbooks, sometimes textbooks can lasha you, like they can just lasha you. So you really need to have like other resources in order for you to verify that the information that you have is actually accurate, and to see which information you understand best, because sometimes textbooks can just complicate the most easiest things, you know. So if you go to a study guide, it actually explains it better, so much that you are able to say, okay, no, actually this makes more sense, and I'm going to go with this instead of my textbook, right? Yeah, so if you're in South Africa, I'm definitely going to be linking the study resources that I use for the subjects that I mentioned in the description box below. On to the next part. Okay, so I watched a video recently on Gift Varsity, right? I will show you guys I'll show you guys the video or the thumbnail of the video, right? Actually, I'll actually link it in the description. You guys need to watch that video, okay? The boy got 7 distinctions and 300%, right? And one of the things that stood out that I am practicing and is helping me a lot, right, is that you need to be selfless. Do not it's a whole word, guys, English. Do not stop yourself from helping people, and do not stop yourself from asking for help, right? Because that's the best way that you learn. You learn through unity, right? You don't learn in isolation. If you sit down and say, no, I don't need help, no, you need help. You're not an island. No man is an island. It even says in English bluntly so. that no man is an island. So if you don't understand something, go to people, ask them, okay, I don't understand this, please can you help me? Collaboration is really important because it helps you grow, right? And it also, like, with people, it also makes people comfortable with coming to you and asking you questions, right? And if they ask you questions, you must be willing to help them, because that's the best way to test whether or not you're able to, you understand that thing. I believe that you need to understand something in such a way that if you stand in front of people, you must be able to teach it to people because you understand it, right? You shouldn't understand something 50% or understand it only to just go and write and pass, then that's it. You should understand something so well that when a person comes and asks you a question, you're able to explain, okay, no, basically x plus x is 2x, you understand? So you must be able to do that, and you must also know that you're only human to not understand certain things. You can be like an A student and you don't understand what's going on. Ask people. Don't be shy to ask the teacher. Ask someone who's sitting next to you, or anybody that you feel comfortable with asking with asking for their help, because you sitting down and not asking people is only you bringing yourself down, right? And you're only human to not understand certain things. It doesn't mean that you don't understand your work holistically, you just don't understand that specific part. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to help other people so that you as an individual, you can grow, right? So yeah, that's the last part for me. Those are the 4 things that have assisted me with studying effectively, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Comment down below what videos you guys would like to see me posting. I'd also like to hear your guys' individual stories about like how y'all study effectively and whatsoever, and y'all can do that by connecting with me on Instagram. I post some really cute pictures there, and like I talk quite a lot. You'll get to know my personality a little bit more on Instagram. I am at Ranzi._brown. At Ranzi._.brown. Yes, I'll show it somewhere on the video. It's gonna be up here on the video, somewhere here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I really truly appreciate you. And if you have watched till this far, comment down a pink heart. And yeah, don't forget that on this channel we practice authenticity, not perfection. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.